Make sure you're subscribed with notifications on.
What's up? What's up? We here talking about, as the title says, those Superman draws. There's been all the talk over Twitter, man. Anytime a picture drops from this James Gunn Superman film, it causes conversation. Now, you know when it's DC conversation, you got to get the self-proclaimed aficionado. We got Prime. What's good with you, man?
What's good with it, man?
Hey, it's been like I said, some interesting reveals, man, with the Superman stuff. And what yeah, me and you talked about the first reveal. It really didn't land for me. I forgot, I think you were saying kind of, were you mixed about that first look?
I mean, it really didn't matter. I just knew it was a marketing ploy just to show it. So
Okay.
I did the marketing ploy so people can actually talk about it, and that's pretty much, my outlook on the whole situation.
Well, they definitely got people talking. Now we got here this new reveal. The Superman production is in your backyard, right in Cleveland, right now.
Yeah,
And
downtown.
They got some on-set pictures, just that came online. So we're gonna talk about those. First off, shout out to Ty in the chat. Much love, man. We here talking about the geek stuff, the entertainment stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do, man. So we got this newspaper stand here. So, and a lot of these pictures, and we'll talk about the Daily Planet stuff as well too. But it's like you're kind of seeing the style of the Metropolis. I think they're trying to create out there. Or what do you think?
Well, they're going with the old style Metropolis. They're going with more of an original style, more into, I would say, more, the more of the 50s and the 60s style type. That's the design that they're actually going for. And me personally, it doesn't bother me, but that's what they're going for. That's what he's going with. He's going with more of that traditional look.
Traditional look. So yeah, kind of like that style in the city. And like I said, we'll kind of see more shots of the Metropolis, that building out there.
Oh, I've seen a whole bunch of it. I've seen a whole crap of it. Oh yeah.
We got this newspaper here. Again, it's showing Clark Kent wrote it. Right? So that's interesting. Clark Kent writing about himself. It's kind of like Peter Parker taking his own pictures, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So it's like, okay. Now I think the main, well, let's look at this main shot that we got on the screen right here. What really is not a good, like we still have not yet got like a real like production quality shot of the suit, right? So as disappointed as I was with the first reveal and it kind of had that baggy look, that's what really bugged me. I still thought like, hey, maybe in film, like with the movie magic, it will, be smoothed out, or I don't know, right? I don't know what to expect, but this year we still don't got a good shot. But those trunks, bro, we kind of seeing where they go with these trunks. I saw your video. You talked about this on Twitter. And, everybody check out Prime's page. He has his handle right there. But what's your thoughts with these trunks? We knew it was coming.
What you think? If you are a comic book person and actually know the evolution over the decades of the evolution of the actual, even, with the crest, the symbol, just the actual suit as a whole, then you know that it has been numerous changes over the suit. But when you look at that, I will probably say for a decade, I'll probably say, I'll go with a decade. I'll go with a decade where they really went away from the trunks, and that's when the new 52 was introduced. They went away from the trunks, and that was really the only time. So when you think about it, and what I mean by traditional is that they're just going to go with the actual look of the actual character that was done ever since the introduction of him since 1938. So, and that's what they was going to do, and again, it all depends on just me personally, the presentation of it, how you're going to present it, how it's going to look, because look matters. The look really matters. How you're going to gravitate to certain 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 people. So, but just looking at this, I mean, from the top, it's fine. But when you looking at the bottom, I knew there was. I didn't think that he was gonna go with the diaper. I didn't know he was gonna do that.
So it's the diaper look is what we.
That's the diaper. Now
it's still obscure, but that's what it looks like.
Right. People fail to realize, like I said, and I would gladly, give a picture of the evolution over the years of all the actual transitions of the actual suit, and not only that, what artists have presented, how they drew it, how they presented it, but the look of certain things really matters to gravitate to certain people, because people are going to look at the look before they read a story. Now, like I said in my video, the Grant Morrison story, the All-Star Superman story, the 6-book saga is fantastic. It's a very great story. It's absolutely fantastic. But the art, in my opinion, some people can think differently, and you are entitled to your opinion. If you like it, that is your choice. There's nothing wrong with that. I can just speak for myself.
People forget that part. Right? They can have their own opinion. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Right. You can have your own opinion about art. Okay. But that art for All-Star Superman in that book is total trash. It's trash.
Okay.
The art for me is total trash. I never liked that drawing style. I never cared for it. And it was a struggle to actually read the story because of that style. If you haven't read All-Star Superman, the cape is nowhere near down to his ankles. The cape is at his waist. The suit is real baggy. The trunks, which are supposed to be trunks, it look like a diaper. It's real baggy. So, but the story could overshadow depending on the person and how and their outlook and how they take it. So you got to look at it from that perspective. But again, me personally, I got more. I don't want to get long-winded. I know you want something else you want to say, but I don't want.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing. It's like, but first, like with this comment, we only go off what they're releasing, right? So it's like, I mean, hey, people gonna get their opinion. Of course, Twitter, people gonna be clowning and stuff. I just advise people not to take this like all seriously either way. Like, just enjoy what you want to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to be sitting there talking to trolls about it, or getting upset about it. So for sure. But one thing I was thinking of when I saw, let's see, this shot here,
right.
And then you couple that with the trunks that we're sort of seeing. It reminds me of For All Season.
Mm-hmm.
That's For All Season Superman. That's the Tim Sale art. Right there. Jeff Loeb wrote For All Seasons, but Tim Sale did the art. And so I'm kind of seeing like it's definitely, it's not going to be like the the panty style, because I really thought Gunn was going to go straight up, go with like tidy, the Brandon Rouths. I thought he was going to go that route with it. But as you see, like on the newspaper, he's stopping the train. That again, that reminds me of For All Seasons, and then the trunk style as well too. So I mean, that's just kind of how I see it. Probably. Do you see any similarities there, or what you think?
No, I mean, everything is going to be regurgitated in anything. It could be in film, it could be in comic. I mean, you could do a comparison for it, but things are going to be regurgitated. It doesn't matter how you look at it. It's all going to be the same. It's just basically the execution of it. So,
for sure. And like, obviously he's going to take inspiration from different comics and stuff. So, I mean, everybody does that. So yeah, I expect, to see like some panels from the comics, recreated. And that's actually what he should do. So,
exactly.
So exactly. Yeah. So that's interesting. That reminded me of that. Like I said, the trunks, so far, again, I can't fully judge until I actually see it. But so far, we haven't got the real official look. The only look as far as the suit, the main suit, was kind of like behind the scenes. Go ahead.
I mean, I would say this is that a lot of people are optimistic and they believing, and that's fine. That's fair. You have the entitled to believe what you want to believe, or you have your outlook. But they think that this is going to be the first suit. He's going to get another suit. They think that's going to be the one that's, the mama made, and that's fine. I mean, if you think that's what it's going to be, ain't more power to you. I'm not knocking it. But me personally, I believe this is the fall. This is the
This
all
is the
out
suit.
suit. This the
Yeah, I
suit.
think this is the suit.
So I would tell people is that if that's the full case, you know, and it's not up to your liking, you know, there's no point in getting mad about it, because pretty much this is what a lot of the normies have been asking for. You got a lot of people out there that are loving it. You got a lot of people that are appalled by it. You got people out there that are 50-50. So, but where they go see the film?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just going to go see the film, you know, and at this point, it's about, you know, about the artist or the person that's putting it out there, just they're taking their outlook on it, you know. And like I said prior, you know, I don't think that, you know, well, I say that I'll say that part. Go ahead. What you was gonna say?
Yeah. No, yeah, as far as it got people talking, like no matter again what side y'all on this, like I'm in like a wait and see approach. And I haven't been like, you know, overly impressed yet. But like Prime, you know, like you were saying, there's people out there. I see people like, you know, celebrating this. Like, hey, this is the classic style. This is the, you know, I'm like, okay. I mean, the classic style's been done before, so this isn't like literally like something that's non-Superman. So you know, some Superman fans are liking this. So I get it, but it comes down to execution, like you're saying. It comes down to execution. And that's it. I think this is the suit, and that's the thing, the interest. So you know, this has a lot of interest around it. I mean, it's Superman, it's DC.
Right.
James Gunn has his fans out there, and it's getting people talking. No matter how much people want to just say, just, you know, no one cares about this. No one is like, I know a lot of people actually do, right? You know, I'm gonna, you know, obviously, you know, check out anything and just give my opinion on it, but we can't. I think the amount of discussion I see around, you know, any reveal from this, it has people's attention. I mean, that's all I'm saying with that. It really does. It really does.
Well, for the people, because like I said, I've seen it live, and there's a lot of stuff that's actually here that everybody been seeing. So they're literally cutting off 4 blocks of downtown. So it's going to be like different scenes of what they're going to do. So, but if you actually see it live, I mean, it's a good thing. Like I said, it looks cool. They're going to, like I said, they're bringing a traditional metropolis. It's not going to be more of a high tech, or how should I say, or a big time modernized city type. Right. Yeah. So they're going to, that's what they're doing. So, for the people that are, you know, that are on the fence about everything, you might as well just get ready. Yeah, that's in the that's and all that stuff, all that's and the good thing about this, for the people that don't know, the reason why that Superman is being filmed in Cleveland, and the reason why they put the metropolis in Cleveland, well, for the people that don't know, is Superman was born and introduced and made in Cleveland. Right. So, you know, the creators were from Cleveland. So, you know, even if you come through Hopkins Airport, you see the statue of Superman and the origination and where Superman was born.
Oh, that's dope.
That's dope. So,
like the creators, like you said, they came up with Superman like in Cleveland. They created the character.
Yeah, they created the character in Cleveland. Yeah, you know, and if y'all go down there, it's like so much. So it's so much like it's great. It's great. I mean, it looks good. I mean, for the Metropolis part, it's just like I said, they're going with that old school traditional type. So, you know, hey,
I was supposed to be. Well, I thought this filming was going to be in July, because I was actually going to come through Cleveland. We were going to do it, but it's all good. The pictures is out there, and hey, like I said, everyone form your opinion on it. Anytime there's something revealed, we're gonna check it out and give our opinions for sure. Anyone in the chat, if there's like any last comments or questions, kind of throw it in there. We just wanted a quick conversation on this, but you know, overall though, do you feel that just how do you feel this film is gonna perform? Just you personally, like with these reveals, Just how you think.
Me personally,
I think it's gonna make enough. I just want to say, I think it's gonna make enough. I'm not sure if it's gonna just like go crazy, but you know, we still haven't got a full look yet. But yeah, go ahead.
well, I mean, me personally, like I said, it all depends on how the story is executed, how it's going to be driven in the word of mouth. Now, with it being Superman, you got to remember, all right? I know everybody that's out there. I'm the same way. I know a particular style that I am, but again, I'm a DC person. So it may not be something that you care for or the look or for a certain thing, and that's absolutely fine. But it's a Superman film. And you're going to have different interpretations. You're going to have different interpretations and, and iterations of the character, how a person is going to how they're going to present it, execute it, so forth. So at this particular time and moment, as I said prior times before, there, and I've been telling everybody this for months, but don't nobody want to listen or they don't want to pay attention. I told y'all they was using the trunks. I told you the inspiration was going to be 78. I told you that's what they're going to do. They're going to go with the traditional look. I told y'all that. I already knew right off the bat. And again, and if y'all watch my video, I put the conversation with Gunn and me in there. And when I was getting ridiculed, I tried to tell y'all from the jump. I tried to tell everybody from the jump, and everybody wanted to jump down my throat. And then James Gunn wanted to jump down my throat. I'm like, dude, I'm just telling y'all. I know. And they're like, you know, Prime, you crazy. They're not going to bring the trunks. I'm like, I tried to tell y'all that they're going to utilize the trunks. And then people saying, you know, right. I told y'all they were going to utilize the trunks. And the poll, and the people that remember the poll, that poll was generated. Don't quote me on the date. I don't know if it was March of 23, if I'm not mistaken.
It was definitely early 2023.
Yeah, it was early. So for the people that don't remember, James Gunn did that poll. What do you prefer? The trunks or no trunks? He did that poll. And he tried to slide his way through. Look, I get the reason why some people don't like James Gunn, and I understand the reason why he has to fabricate things. But you don't have people, a lot of people have a lot more common sense than you think. He can play that game to the normies. He can't play that game to people that actually know a lot of things and didn't utilize common sense. I already knew he was getting feedback from the people. So he could get a sense of idea of what the real people be like. He was probably going trunks anyway. He just wanted to make sure that the people. You say what?
I believe so. I believe he was going to do the trunks either way.
Yeah, he was going to do trunks anyway. And I try to explain to everybody, if you don't pay attention, what are they doing in everything and any type of iteration of Superman from all platforms that you see that the character has been in. They brought the trunks back in comics. They put the trunks in on a dang game, on the Suicide Squad game. They put the trunks on the toys. They got the trunks on the advertisement, the All-Star Superman show, the Adventures of Superman show. They got the trunks. What about the Tomorrowverse? They got him in the trunks. People are not willing to pay attention on what they're trying to do at DC. They're not going to bring the 9 trunks back. They're going to keep that because all those normies, and the man babies, I have my, and I know the definition of man babies, but y'all pretty much have an idea what I mean by that. But the guys that are pretty much, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right. They have their particular love for a particular version of the character or the suit, and there's nothing wrong with that. And they're all out in droves. Now that the trunks are they're back. Just me personally, I don't think the movie is going to be better than Man of Steel. Will it be a good Superman film? Only time will tell. I'm not going to say it's going to be bad. I'm not going to say it's going to be good because we don't know until we actually watch it. Yeah, so, but all we can do is go by the aesthetics, what we're seeing right now. You can have a, an outlook on it, but from what I'm seeing so far, I don't like the suit. I don't like the diaper. I'm appalled by it. No. And for the people, some dude asked me earlier, And for the people that might ask the same question, what do you mean by the diaper? You got the actual trunks, you got the diaper, and then you have the suit with no trunks. The diaper is the one, if you look at All-Star Superman and you read that, I can't think of the guy, the artist that drew it. That's a diaper. If you look at the traditional drawings of Superman, those are trunks. And what I mean by it looks like a diaper, that suit in All-Star Superman is baggy. It's loose. So that's just me. Some people will agree with me. Yeah. Some people will not. And that's fine. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. No, for sure, man. And you know, I have you here for your opinions, man. So it's all good. And I think, yeah, I'm glad it's not the panty style. That really would have sent me over the edge. Like for real, that really.
Which one?
I would have been like, nah, bro. If he had the tighties.
The tidy tighties.
The Brandon Ralphs. I was like, nah, I would have been this and that hard. But so it's like we don't got a clear look, but I see it's closer to the diaper look, as you say.
The diaper look. And for the people, they can't, and a lot of people can't distinguish it. And I would tell people this: me, I'm blind as a bat, and I can see that. I can see what suit that it is. I can see what he got on. I'm blind as a bat. I can see that. And you got some people like, well, I can't see it. Look, I'm blind. Like okay? I can see that. And my thing is that if you can't see that and distinguish that, all I can tell people is this. Once they fully show it, look, just me personally, I don't think this particular style of the actual, the diaper, I'm going to call it the diaper. Yeah. But this form and this look is not, to me, it's not going to go well in this day and this generation. It's not. Yeah. So it's not, because you're going to have to appeal to an audience, to a particular audience.
See, I like this point that Carlos is making, because like I said, we're looking at the classic style, and the thing is, can be modern day. That supports the whole suit evolution idea, though. That's why I understand if people feel like, hey, he starts off with, but I'm getting all indications that this is the suit. Like and it would be kind of dumb to reveal a starter suit first, anyway. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
But that's what happened with Batgirl. But anyway, but I even Captain America, like Carlos is saying here, the original, the next movie with updated modern suit. The only problem with that, Carlos, and like I said, good point with that. Great point. It was set in the past stuff. You see, so I think it's going to be the style of this film. It may not even feel like modern day. I don't know how to really put it. It's like it's going to fit the aesthetic of this film that he's making. You know what I mean? Like when Bryan Singer did Superman, it had an old style. You know what I mean? So it was that world. So like maybe this suit fits. We haven't seen the world yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of people are getting that like that Justice Society vibes and like, you know what I mean, that new frontier vibes. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that can help this is that if the world that he creates, this suit fits. You know what I mean?
Right. Unless he's going to do a mixture of modern and old. Because he could do that. He could do that. He could do a mixture of both old and new and put it together. Because the people need to understand is that in this world right now, people really don't read the newspaper like that. But in that world, people will actually use the newspaper. As you see him he's stopping the train. That looks like a monorail train. That's a futuristic train.
Right. You see, so it's a mix. So like I said.
Right.
As much as I haven't liked anything DC that James Gunn has done yet, he may do something pretty unique with this, right? Now I only could judge when I see it, but I'm finally seeing Marcus comments. I gotta see it on another screen, Marcus. For some reason, Twitter hates when Needle Sevens comments on but he says like a pseudo yesteryear. I think that's what we're getting with you know what I mean? And then, like you said, it's just about execution. So you couple all that, like we're getting like this classic pseudo thing, these vibes. We still haven't got a clear look at the suit, and we haven't seen that world. So I can't judge until I see all that, right?
Right.
So
I think a lot of people are really waiting for the trailer, though. I think a lot of people really want to get their full, their full outlook from the actual trailer. When they actually, when they do it, when they actually see it, because I won't be surprised. Just me personally, this is just how can I say? It's not concrete. I think we're going to probably get a trailer by the end of the year.
He has to show something at I know he's saying he's not going to be at Comic-Con. He's
Right,
going to send a video. He's got to send a video or something like he did with CinemaCon 2 months ago. He can do something like from the set or something. Like, I think all he has to do is just show a quick shot of that, him stopping the train. I think people would get a feel, you know what I'm saying, for what this is.
Right. I don't, me personally, I could be wrong, but, a lot of us have been, disappointed before. And if we thinking that somebody's going to be at Comic-Con where they'll actually show something, I don't think he's going to show anything. I don't think he's showing
He has to do so. He has to do so. No, I know.
And I agree. I agree with you. I do. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. But from what I'm looking at,
right,
and the way that like I say, Comic-Con is next month, so we ain't got far. Was it Comic-Con on the 17th?
Yeah, no, it's like towards the end of July.
Towards the end of July. That's about the February. Okay,
20, it's like 27th.
27th. Okay, so if it's towards the end of July, it's a possibility he could show something. That's more than enough time. It
would be a huge mistake, in my opinion. If he doesn't, it could be just another a clear picture of the suit, of the suit or something, or just show like a shot, like he's like in that world. Then what I'm saying, but it'll be a huge missed opportunity. I really feel.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree with you. But you know how he is, and you know how he is, and if he does, that's great. I don't think he will, though. I don't think he will.
Right.
I think that he gonna wait, and then he's pretty much gonna do a full. We're gonna get a full trailer by the end of the year because they're gonna have to start marketing the film. They're gonna have to start doing something, immediately, so people can get, like I said, it's only June, so we still got a full year before the film even come out. So, so they got to start doing something. So,
yeah,
but,
for sure.
But right now, all we doing is, we're speculating. We just have to wait. That's all we're doing. We're speculating. All we can do is just wait.
Yeah. Like I said, like what I've settled on is that the way this is like shaping up is like that world's gonna look pretty interesting, I think. And so I think that's how that's gonna fit. That's where I'm kind of at. In the chat, some chats, as I was saying before, some comments I should say is not popping up on the screen, so I'm gonna catch it on my phone here. So don't feel like I'm skipping everybody here. The King of Detroit said we'll make it a proper movie poster or something at Comic-Con. I'm not expecting a poster yet. But good suggestion. Is this a Superman film? So what I've been told about this film is that it's a Superman story, but the pseudo JSA or the Justice League or whoever, Hawkman and Mr. Terrific, whatever that group is, they're probably like in like 5 scenes, like all together in the film. Like they're not like the bulk of the film. Just according to what I'm told, the film mostly, and then like Daily Planet will probably have just as many scenes as the Justice League characters. So it's like it's gonna be all kind of like sprinkled throughout, the film.
Well,
as far as what else though. Yeah.
And to answer his question, I'm glad, and a good thing, actually good that he brought that up, because I want people to understand is that you have to understand is that what they're trying to do, utilizing the pillars of DC characters. So for them to build this universe, they have to utilize the Trinity. They have to use the main characters to introduce other characters. And they're putting Superman in a DC world. So that it will be irrelevant. So let's take it for an example. I understand what Gunn is doing. I completely understand what he's doing, and I really am for it. Even though it's contradictory on a lot of things that was already being done. but I get what they're doing. To introduce these characters and to get them out there, you gotta put them in. You gotta put them in a movie with a Trinity character. You have to, and it started off with Superman in a DC world, because Superman, everything that's DC, everything still goes through Superman. Superman is going to be involved in some form or fashion. Okay, so to introduce these characters so people will actually know what these characters are, you got to put them in the film.
And to your point about Superman being a star, I mean, definitely that's true. That's with Gunn.
It's a Superman film. It's going to have a lot of characters. Right. It's a Superman film.
It could set them up because they're in here with Superman, right? So I get that. And then also too, establishing this world, I was told basically, let's say this film, let's just say for some reason it does less than 500 million, which I think would be pretty bad if it doesn't make at least 500 million. Even if they don't do like a Superman sequel, they will still, have Superman and other stories, meaning this is the opening of this world. And like I said, if the audience really doesn't gravitate to this style of Clark and Superman, like overall, then okay, we'll put him in Supergirl. We'll put him in some Justice League team up or something like that. Again, just as far as I was told. So though I mean a lot of pressure is on this film. This film has to perform. Like it can't just totally tank.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
And to answer this question, with all the characters that are being introduced in the film, it's going to gravitate a lot with DC fans. It's going to really, really hit home with a lot of DC fans, especially with some of the characters that he's going to utilize to introduce in the film. We got Hawkgirl. We're going to have Mr. Terrific. We're going to have Supergirl. What that does is that stages up the bowling pins. The bowling pins is going to be staged, and everybody else, once they see it, it's up to the audience to knock it down and go watch those other characters because they was introduced in a Superman film. So that's how and that's how they're going to have to do it. And I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So there's going to be some things that's going to be cheesy. Trust me. There's going to be some
you already know it's going to be some cheesy stuff in here.
Oh my God, this movie's going to have a lot of cheesy stuff in it. It is. It is.
Some all shucks moments, it's like, it's like, nah, don't do that. But real quick in the chat, what is saying? Marcus said the suit still gives off cosplay vibes. Yeah, the shot they gave us, I can go off that. Wasn't feeling it. We don't have a clean look here, so it's just like, okay, we'll see with these newspapers and stuff. But Gunn got to bring it, man. Ain't no playing around with this, man.
And back what I said earlier, the look can turn people off. It may not make people be interested in it, but even with the look turning them off, the word of mouth could probably grab them in. So, like I said, I said about the actual book, it may not look good, but the story could be fantastic. The movie could be great. So the word of mouth is going to have to carry with that, or vice versa. People could like the look, but they may not like the story. So either way it goes, it's a double-edged sword. Either way it goes, or it could be both. But again, some people are more visual than just than just being, okay, I don't care about the story. I care about the way it looks. It's just like video games. The game, people care about what the game look like. They ain't worried about how the game play or what it do. They care about what it look like.
So I don't blame him. As Ty's saying, people doing fan edits because in when the first reveal, it's okay. Why you got a dirty suit? And then some people made an edit where it looked clean. It looked a little better. The shield kind of popped better. So I was like, what is going on? Like this is one of the weirdest marketing things I've seen. For a film that has a lot of pressure on it, but that means that first real look gotta pop. Like it got to.
And actually, it's a good thing. And even with the negative stuff, it's good for the movie because, it's still getting marketing. It's getting free marketing. It's getting free marketing.
I've learned this. I learned this just doing content. These past 4 years that negativity brings a lot of views and viewership and ad revenue.
You gotta look at it like that. Some people they gravitate to that, but at the same time, I'm all for it. And like I say, we got a while before the film comes out, and there's going to be way more. You know, I got a lot of pictures. I got stuff that, you know, I got a lot of pictures.
You gonna
So
post some stuff?
yeah, I'll post them. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, got a lot of pictures. Like I say, you know, it's a lot of great stuff. You know, if people want to see some stuff, you know, I got the news coverage on what they do in the downtown Cleveland, how they setting it up. One side is going to be Metropolis. The other side is going to be part of the. It's going to be a battle scene for something that they're doing or something. So yeah, because like I said, Cleveland has a lot of historical buildings. A lot of historical buildings. And like I said, like again, you know, it's going to be that traditional look. So
someone has to get shots of like the pedestrians, like you know, it's just how do the people in this world look? You know what I mean? I think that's going to really, again, kind of just show the style that he's going for. Like all we saw is Superman so far. You know,
I mean, well, the only reason why I got some of this stuff because I so happen to be downtown. I'm nowhere near downtown. I'm nowhere near downtown. I live on the outskirts. But, you know, I was so happen just to be down there when they was doing everything, all the setups and stuff like that. But, you know, if I so happen to go back down, if I do go back down, then I'll gladly, you know, use that. Because they're probably gonna do some scenes from the lake and all that. They're probably gonna do that. Right. So, you know, we don't, you know, whatever it is, but like I said, you know, but I'll post up a lot of stuff and then people can take a look at it and go for what it's worth and what they say and what they see. But other than that,
I'm interested in seeing, just more of that world he's created, because like that, then things will probably make more sense, you know, for everybody. But in the chat, we got that King of Detroit saying the difference with people being negative about this movie is that no one's going to see it, or the negative people aren't going to see it, the film. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna believe it when I see it. As much, well, I will say this: there are some. I do believe there will be some people that be like, really, it's a hard pass for them. How's that going to affect the box office? But at the end of the day, we know as far as with Films Prime, and everyone should know this by now. It's about that general audience, man. It's about the general audience. Like we're the geeks, we're the nerds. We're looking at this stuff every day. Gunn's not gonna get all of us. We understand that. But if he crosses over the general audience and that James Gunn audience, that's what he can get his win off of, y'all. I mean, that's just the reality of it.
And that's what he's gravitating to. That's what he's gravitating to, because from what we was down for when I was down there and for what I saw, there's a lot of people, like a lot of the older crowd and stuff like that. And you know, some people saying, what they doing? They doing, you know, they're doing the Superman movie. They're doing another Superman movie? Boom. That's that older crowd. That's that general audience. They're gravitating to that. Because you got to remember, there's still a lot of people that don't even know this movie being made. You got to remember, you got to step yourself outside the box from yourself being an actual fan or an aficionado or just a comic person or just a person that's knowledgeable. There's a lot of people that know Superman, but they don't even know that a film is even being made. They don't even know.
They hasn't really like.
And once they know, those normies, they see it and they see that traditional stuff, especially that older crowd. Y'all have to understand that older crowd is what he's trying to get to. He's trying to get that older crowd.
Like
I'm talking about people that's in their, you know, in their 60s. He's trying to get that.
I think he can reach. I think he can reach some of them. I really do. The King of Detroit says the movie won't reach whatever its full potential is. The general audience is going to have to carry it. That's exactly the point we're making. That I know, like, as far as like some people, like in my, you know, as far as my audience, I know like everyone's not going to go see it. I mean, now that shit that they watch, I ain't gonna watch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's just, you know, people gonna have their choice on this. So Gunn really has to get that general audience. Now, Dr. Zeus here, we just kind of going through the rest of these comments before we wrap this up, y'all. Dr. Zeus says, hard for me to imagine the trunks are going to work for me. Not digging the retro nostalgic Superman, and so that's what I'm saying. My point I'm settling with Trunks is that Gunn is his pressure is he has to create a world where this works. That's how I'm gonna really kind of judge this look. You know what I mean? Now, if everybody gonna be walking around with their drawers over their pants, I don't know. I don't know what's going. We'll see. It's
But
execution, y'all. It's
but
execution.
you gotta, with him saying that, and I get what he's saying, but you also gotta remember this too, with a particular type of audience. Some people like to be lost in a world where it's complete fantasy. They don't want no type of real world antics, or how should I say, where these particular characters are represented in our world. They want it to be completely fantasy where they escape fully. And I get their mindset. I get it. But at the same time, you got that particular crowd. And that's how they see Kal-El. Well, they don't call him Kal-El. It's kind of amazing. That particular crowd don't call him Kal-El. They call him Clark Kent. And with them calling him Clark Kent, they prefer to have, again, like I said, they like that particular fantasy. They want to see him rescue a lot of people. You know, they want him to see him to do all these things that they believe that he can actually do because he's Superman, you know? And people that are rational thinkers know that's not possible. But those people are not rational thinkers. They want to have something to where they can be immersed in something that is make-believe, where they can get away from reality. And they don't want no type of reality in the movie. They want it to be as much fantasy and unrealistic as much as possible to be what? Entertained.
This is the difference, because you just explained the literal difference between James Gunn and Zack Snyder.
Yep.
Right? Like, Zack gave us these characters in our world, but they were gods in our world. I love that concept, right? I love Zack Snyder's concept with that.
Me as well. Me as well.
What Gunn is doing, he's not trying to make something that fit in our world. He's trying to create a world like an escape. Now, and again, that's where the pressure is at. Because if I'm not sold on his world, I'm not going to like this film. You know, I can't judge it again just off this first look. You know, because but it has whatever that world is. He's going. If it feels too corny for me, if it feels like, you know what I'm saying, like what's going on, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, that's what's gonna be the selling point though. It's the point, man. And again, that's the difference between him and Zack Snyder. So if you want that, you know, again, modern day in our world, you're not going to get that with this film. So that's just, you're not going to be interested. You know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly. But if you're a true DC fan, you're going to check it out. If you're a Superman fan, you're going to check it out. You're going to watch it. You're going to see what his version is, his style, his interpretation, and how he's going to look at it. And again, just me and just as a whole. And I want to say this to the day that I die. Ain't nobody going to ever change my mind. All right? Ain't nothing topping Man of Steel. I'm sorry. It's just not. It ain't happening.
That's going to remain, you know, for me, probably in my lifetime, that's going to be the best Superman film. I mean, that made me more of a fan of Superman. Like, that got me interested more in that character. And
exactly. A lot of people.
Rare. Yeah.
A lot of people. And I know the CEO got to close up. And this is the key point that people need to understand. What I was saying before, and I've been saying this for years, but a lot of this don't register with a lot of people because they don't want to think rationally. Superman has been up and down for years. All right. When they had that, why did they have to change the character? They had to change the character. People were saying they had to change the character. And what made people get more into the character as of now in this generation was because of Man of Steel, because of the relatability. It made sense. A lot of people don't relate to that older Superman. That's why they had to change the character.
Yep.
That's why they had to change it. Okay. And they had to make it make sense. All right. Because a lot of people don't like, you know, you have a lot of people that don't like him being the God outlook. You got the people that like him to be the particular immigrant where he grew up on the farm and he got the values and stuff like that. Some people like the versions that's more reality of him being corrupted. Where, you know, me personally, and I'm so Seal can end. Me personally, I liked the Superman, but I never really cared for him back then. I liked the character, but I didn't gravitate to him. I didn't gravitate to Superman fully as much as I read the comics and as much as I liked him. As much as I liked it, I didn't start really getting into Superman until John Byrne did Man of Steel. When they recuperated back in '86. And then it really got me when I watched Man of Steel with the new 52. That's when I started to appreciate Kal-El, because I started to relate to him. I seen that he had emotions. I seen that he got bad. I mean that he would get upset. You know what I'm saying? He would get upset. Right. You know, and a lot of people don't want him. A lot of people don't want him to get upset. They want him to be all happy and cocky dory and everything is nothing wrong. Oh, I'm here to save the day. Yeah. You know, I got you. I got you. No, Superman is here. I got it. I'll take care of it, people. See, those type of people like that. That never gravitated to me like that. You know, it was cheesy and corny to me. And that's the reason why they had to change the character. So again, and I'll say this, it has to be a median of that characteristic for this to actually work. If he goes full cheesy with the character and that's what he's going to do, I said if. I'm not going to say that it will. I said if. But if he does that route, if he goes that route, if he goes that full route, and this generation, good luck.
Because you still need, you know, like that young audience, like you. That's what makes, but we say general audience, yes, but then you still gotta have people to think this is cool. You need the kids to go see it too.
Yeah.
So it's hey, like I said, he's taking on a lot. Everything ain't for everybody. It's all right. It's all right.
Right.
Here we go.
Right, and it's crazy. Some cats like the diaper. It is what it is. Some cats like the diaper.
Man. Yeah, that is that is an interesting choice. I would I don't know if I'm a fan. If that's what we really get, like, because again, the picture's a little, you know, a little too dark to know for sure. I don't know if I'm gonna like that, man.
Go to the other one. That's just one. Go to the one when he in the chair.
It better be like everybody with diapers walking around at this point. Okay, hold on, let me grab that one. I don't know about this, bro. Like, I'm being honest. Like,
I said, the cape is short. That's why I said the art, the story is fantastic. I ain't taking nothing away from that series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it looks better when he's sitting down. At least I'll say that. See, who did the art for All Star Superman?
I forget who did it. I wasn't a fan of the art, but again, the story is fantastic, and that's the only thing. That's probably a lot of Superman fans read it, but a lot of people really didn't read that book because a lot of people was turned. It's one of the best Superman stories. I never take it away. It's one of the best, but the art is trash.
It's Frank Quietly. Yeah,
okay.
I can't remember anything I really like from him. To be quite honest, like I can't remember anything that he did.
Right, his art is not very. It's not my cup of tea. I'll put it like that. His art is not my cup of tea. It's just not. There's two more you can look at him, but like I said, it's the diaper.
Yeah,
oh, you can get a little bit more of a look at the graveyard with him and Crypto. I put that one up there too.
That's on the same tweet.
Yeah, it's 4 pictures. Yeah.
Oh, how come it only showed me 2 for some reason? That's weird. Or maybe it's a different post. But okay, I see. This is probably the best look too.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I gave everybody a good look of what it looks like in the actual story. That one him in the graveyard with him and Crypto.
All right.
Yep. There you go.
I'm just gonna.
You see how short the cape is? Yeah.
Now let's see. You got the cape there. Now on this one, it looks like the cape's kind of longer. At least
he got the cape long for the suit, but it just He got I'll give him that. He got the cape long.
You need the long. Like I would, that's trash if it's a short cape. But it looks like it's a long cape. Like I said, man, this world, like he has to really make sure this suit and this world matches, man. Because like, man, Man, it's that's not really hitting me too good, man. I'm gonna be quite honest. Not really.
And I think that fourth picture is with him standing, with him walking. I think that's a good one too. That's the last one. That's why I gave 4, so people can get a full idea of what the diaper looked like. And that's what he went with.
This one he
went with the diaper.
Let me pull this up, bro. Yo, Gunn, you better have everybody in diapers, bro, because like this gonna look corny as fuck, bro. I promise, bro.
He went with the diaper. I'm sorry. He went with the fucking diaper.
Bro, this man walking around like this.
Yeah.
And everybody else like you know, it's cool and they dress different. This gonna look dumb.
Yeah, it's a diaper. It's a big ass diaper.
It's like, bro, you might as well not have no hands to it. Just walk around in a diaper only. Because like this, what's the point of this over the suit? Like what is this, bro?
Yeah, it's a diaper.
Nah, this ain't hidden, bro. I'm just saying this is not.
That's what I said. But again, if you could get away from the art and you read the story, All-Star Superman is fantastic. It's a fantastic story. It's one of the best Superman stories ever written.
Story. But and when I say I don't think it's gonna work, you know, this fit probably in the comics, it could fit. But again, that's the comic book world.
Yeah.
You come out film with this, bro. Like again, your world has to fit this. It has to make sense. Now, granted, we have not seen the world, and that's what I'm saying. That's what's going to sell the film for me. If James Gunn pulls off creating a world where this diaper makes sense, like really, that's the only way. Let's see. Marcus says, does it mean bat diapers are coming? I wouldn't doubt it. I haven't heard for sure about with Batman, but hey, if you give him trunks to Superman, you know, hey, it's time for Batman too, you know.
Hey,
what do you think?
Me personally, I don't care for that old style. I don't like it. I never cared for the trunks like that. I never cared for that stuff like that. I never really did. It was cool for its time, but when you look back at it and you really, really look at it, it looks ridiculous. That's just me. It looks ridiculous to me. Now, sometimes you can get away with it depending on how it's drawn and how it's presented, but no. I haven't really seen one Superman book for me. I can't speak for everybody else. I'm speaking for me that I care for the trunks. I never did.
Yeah.
I didn't care for the trunks, and I damn sure don't like the diaper.
I'm really surprised he do it. Like, I think everyone's gonna have it, and they're gonna all have some diapers out here, bro. Like, can't be the only one with these diapers, bro. Like,
make sure you're subscribed with notifications on.
Much love, Still Nation.